Hey, my name is Michelangelo. I'm an engineer on the AI Context Task Force, and I'm here today to share some really exciting updates on GitLab Duo Chat. So let's jump into it. All right, so our job on the AI Context Task Force is to make Duo more useful by leveraging GitLab data and the user's code base inside of their editor. So how are we going to do that? The first thing that we're going to do is be able to let users submit files to GitLab Duo Chat. And so of course we need to make this work at the scale of the GitLab monolith. And you can see on the left here, we have GitLab Duo Chat, and on the right, we have 3 files. These files are some source code files in the GitLab monolith. So if I show you the file tree here, we're in the monolith code base. Imagine I'm a new developer and I want to onboard, and I have never seen this code before personally, so I want to learn a little bit more about it. What we're going to do is go to the left here and hit this include command. So this new include command allows us to inject context into chat and also retain that context within the history of the chat. So on the left here, you see we have files, issues, merge requests. That's just a little sneak peek of the type of data that we're aiming to bring to Duo Chat. A lot of this is also subject to change according to UX and product refinement. But we're going to go ahead and start with files for now. So if we hit files, you can see it's already defaulted to the 3 open tabs that we have. Of course, we can not only just leverage the tabs. If I want to search a file I already know about within the code base, so I know a good example is executor. This is a pretty common file throughout the GitLab code base, and I can, of course, add this to my context. This doesn't really have anything to do with the 3 files here, so we'll remove it, but you can see that the search is working at the scale of the GitLab monolith. And just a little bit of information here, this is a native JavaScript implementation within the language server, and once we ship this, this will apply to all of our editor extensions out of the box. So going back to our open tabs here, let's go ahead and add these 3 open tabs. I want to do this a little bit faster, so I'm going to use the native quick pick within VS Code and add these other tabs here, and we're good to go. So this already saves us from a lot of copying and pasting. So again, I'm new. I want to know what these files are about. So can you help explain what these files are and what they do? And let's see what it gives us. So you can see it's used those 3 references. It lets us know what references were actually used on the back end. And if we go up here, we have a really good explanation of all 3 files. So this is a file about GitLab's CI/CD system, some source code, and then of course a very nice breakdown. We've got find configs, of course, and pipeline execution. So as we build these context features and make Duo more context aware, the usefulness of Duo Chat will get exponentially higher. All right, so now let's show some other cool features that we have. So let's go to the file tree here. You can see we have this sensitive repository that's nested, and this sensitive repository has Duo disabled. So the way that we're building this will hopefully set us up for the AI context policies, which will prevent users from exposing sensitive data that should not be shared with an LLM. So we have these 2 repositories, the nested repository, and of course this repository here. Let's go ahead and include that file. So let's include this file. Let's get a basic summary. You can see it's a little funky calculator here. So give me a summary of this file. And let's go ahead and get Duo Chat to give us a quick summary, which is great. Yeah, so we got this little funky calculator explanation. Also, we want to write some unit tests. It's another basic use case for this. So write some unit tests for this. And hopefully it'll save us a little bit of time. As a developer, I like getting my unit tests written by LLMs. Of course, always double check. But you can see here on the left, we've got a fair amount of unit tests that we can go ahead and, of course, copy and paste with some installation instructions as well. Cool, we got some unit tests for a funky calculator. So let's say I'm writing some unit tests for this don't expose me file, and I'm working fast, I'm not really paying attention. Of course, we don't want this file to actually be exposed to the LLM, so the admin turned off Duo for this particular project. I didn't really notice that though because I'm working quickly. So if I go here to the left and I try to include that file in our repository, it's already disabled. And if I hover over this information icon, I can see why, and you can see that Duo is not enabled for the project. So the way that we're building this should hopefully scale across the different context types while hopefully giving some security to sysadmins. So yeah, this is just the beginning. I hope you like what you see. Also, I want to give a shout out to the team that made this possible. So please give them a round of applause. And I'm very excited to see what we continue to build. So thanks.